sudden, after the service, in fact, for the last 3 days since Saturday, I've not been able to close my eyes. I've been restless. If I close my eyes small, it's either I find myself in a journey, the people that are around me, they are lost. I'm saying, why is this one lost? Because this one, wait, this one, you know? Now, Mohbad now is wearing white and is holding a sharp sword. And you will see a lot of reaction, a lot of wahala. People go enter wahala. Àtàwọn tó fojú rí, tó parọ́, ikú dé. Àtàwọn tó mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀, ikú dé. Because see, there's no joke anymore. Now, that's nurse. They were all made to go under a oath. They told the nurse, pé, má worry, o ò lè ṣẹ̀wọ̀n. O ò lè ṣẹ̀wọ̀n. You will just be there for some time. When Baba got to the police station with the body of Mohbad, you see all the police torí body yẹn, gbogbo wọn pátápátá lọ warn pé tó bá sọ anything, wàá fọmọ ẹ̀ di, ọkọ fẹ̀mí ẹ̀ di. Even myself, I just all of a sudden, because I love to open my eyes, the Spirit of God told me in September, Alaye, comot your picture. I now left one picture of me and Davido. And that picture, the day we talked about Kábíyèsí, ọba pọ̀ lÉkòó, ọba dẹ̀ gbọ́nú ayé yìí, but ọba kan ju gbogbo ọba lọ. Ọba kan ju gbogbo ọba lọ. That is God Almighty.
Amen.
Since that day, December 6 was the day Prime Boy came out. And that is why I'm still mad at some people that this thing is open to myself. I know the day they brought him. I was the one that made the suggestion to say, guys, if the corona inquest have been postponed, the safety of that boy called Prime Boy is at risk. Hide him. All of a sudden, my people turned it to a franchise, cashing out heavily. They said the father should go and look for tax. You think the police are not hearing all those things? Why are they not saying anything? Because they know that, okay, you have brought money to us too to bail them. Káwa náà jẹ, kí kálukú jẹ, ká jẹ. The end of it, no need.
You're right on that part. Okay, go ahead.
Case, you understand? They know that at the end of the day, these people you are bringing out, they know they don't have any effrontery to say anything. Now just imbati, they go dey tell us. But you see all those people, especially spending. Tí ó bá jáde kó sọ nǹkan tó wà, you go run mad. Prime Boy yesterday, less than 24 hours, he could not sleep. People that are even fighting for him, he dey shake pay for them, became very rude in a manner that anybody that have not seen him since he has had that freedom. So this case, a very deep case. In fact, Mr. Bayo, when you said the narrative of, I don't want to mention name because come, go sing hotel le fawashe, àwa kan wà tó jẹ́ pé àkàndá ni wá, wàhálà là ń wá normally. There was a time that I had problem with the person that discovered the oil of Nigeria. The oil of Nigeria, Baba 85, tó ń bá young man bíi tèmi jà, tó ń sọ fún mi pé tèmi àtòun bá wọnú ṣòkòtò kan náà, pé kò lè kú pátá ń dí mi for something that I did in Jesus' name, building a big church for you, something that you use millions to do that you failed. But I was able to do it with just $200,000. And you have spent over $5 million. You don't see anything do. You know? And he said to me, that is how I know that you see all those men of God, all these men of God, all these pastors, they are the highest courts in this life. Believe them at your risk. Because many of them are supposed to be ilé babaláwo, kì í ṣe ibi tó ṣe market mọ́. everybody is using Jesus' name to do whatsoever they want to do. And you know why? Because Jesus don't do anything. Even when Cain killed Abel, are you telling me God did not see the heart of Cain before he killed Abel? What did God do? Nothing, until his blood was shed. Our own blood, there's nothing that you can use it to do. In fact, when I got into that last problem, I felt very better, and I said to God, Lord, the next problem in this life, bring it fast, because Odaka Jaogun at early stage of our life and win Jukama Fiarugbuara, like old age, to be fighting real life battle. Somebody must do it. December 6, when Prime Boy came out, if these people have not monetized it and turned it to a franchise, all the things that he's saying now, that they are saying, his lawyers, he cannot talk, he cannot talk for over 7 weeks. Abi, it's more than 7 weeks, I think 2 months. Why is he talking now? Is his lawyer aware that he's saying things about this case at this time? So these people, these hosts, these people, that they are going to pay heavily for it. Because I know there are still some people that will just be looking and saying maybe it's out of personal hate. Yeah, those people are too, there are many people to me. Because èèyàn tó bá ti gbé owó sórí tó fi the real truth and justice tó fi sẹ́gbẹ́ kan, you are doing yourself harm, and you are doing the future of your children, your own future and your children, you are doing them more harm. Now, December 6, if this guy has come out and say, okay, this is what I heard, did I follow them to the house, did I this, did that? Okay, Wunmi came out 4 days ago to say, guys, don't listen to this guy who is looking for relevance, or anything he's saying might assist. I'm talking now. I'm seeing many messages in my we'll say it, and only the truth. Why didn't he come out and say, okay, this is what I heard, that could have helped the investigation. But every one of us, out of emotions, don't let him talk. The case is in court. Is Corona a court? Is Corona inquest a court? It's just a fact finding. It is not a court in any jurisdiction. It's just to look at people, to see the people of the world that knows what happened, and to quiet them. Wunmi said 3 days ago, and I quote, that don't listen to this guy. Don't give him any relevance. The same way the people that sent her, or the people that is working with her, call the judge. Don't give Prime Boy any audience in that court. Why would the main or prime suspect in this case not be the first person to be invited to answer questions? You know, me, I've accepted if it requires my head to be brought down for us to find justice, because this justice is not for Mohbad. It is for our society. These people have been doing this dirty thing. They've been doing it for a very long time, but this one is the last.
Amen.
Because Mohbad, he has exposed them already. And if he's exposing them, he's not exposing them because he's going to come alive. He's exposing them so that it will not happen to anyone again. Now, for those of us that are in the interest of real justice, sit down and ask yourself that, what if you discover that somebody that is close to you is involved in these dirty occult things? Because there's a time when Naira Marley sued Iyabo Ojo, I saw a lot of reaction. Before he could have the effronteries to say, I want to sue somebody of 500 million, he is 100% sure that this thing that these people are saying to me, I don't do I know did here.
The confidence was too much.
It was too much. And till tomorrow, I will still say to everybody that Naira Marley is the first person to challenge the conspiracy of Shekpeteri, Gistlover, and all these liars. When Iyabo started, she said she doesn't know Mohbad. All of a sudden, we saw a video of a child, Priscilla, and what is the name? And Naira Marley. Polo came out and say, he doesn't know that guy. They only saw the video where they bent his neck in the casket. That bending of neck is killing that guy's spirit. Because the brain is the main nervous system, the central nervous system that connects to all the body parts. If your brain is not there, there is no way, or even your soul cannot connect to your body, because your brain is the one that interprets. Orola leda, orola leda, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ pa promise ìlérí Olúwa ọmọ alọ́ba, because you felt like he's just a nobody. Just the same way Pontius Pilate, Caesar Augustus did to Jesus Christ. There's going to be a repercussion to this one, no. There's going to be a big repercussion.
Sele.
Yes.
Do you agree with me that we have a double agent among us?
Yes, everybody, all those people close to Baba. See, all those people close to Baba. In fact, until proven different.
Don't say all.
Even those, even my Baba, even those legal team of Baba, I believe that they have been contacted. Because why would somebody say we should not talk about DNA? It is a family issue. Are you okay?
I'm telling you. Hey, but
DNA
the problem is we are the family
now.
No, I would say that is a reverse psychology.
Thank you, Mr.
DNA.
Bayo. Thank you. It's for
DNA go justice.
Am I also a double agent, Mr. Sadek?
Well, Mr. Bossman, like I said,
I'm throwing it at you, bro.
Even my
double agent.
Even myself, don't
You
trust
don't trust
me.
yourself. Okay, cool.
I mean,
You understand?
I'm talking
about
about double agent. I'm going to play. I'm going to play something for you guys to see, to hear.
Tọmọdé bá débi ẹ̀rù á bà á. Pé tọmọdé bá débi ẹ̀rù, when you see the real situation, do you think that Oriyomi is not looking for success or to handle case? He reach where the fear dey. He hands down immediately. You think if they have my own conversation, or if they have my contact, if they know who I am in this life, or had chance to converse with me, they would have done many things. And they won't come to you normally. They will come to you to say, yes, we are looking for justice. You know how many people send me a message every day to say, we are looking for justice. I'm not team this. Immediately I hear I'm not team this, I just laugh. That these people don't know me. I'm not looking to live too long in this life, but I'm here to create a big legacy for those that are coming. That is the fact. And you see the face of Liam and the alleged father. I was the first person to put it on my profile, to advertise it. Not because I have done a DNA or anything, but...
yeah, I remember that morning.
Yeah, December 6. December 6. And that is the day these people have paused that justice. Till now, if it is not for Brekete, and that is why I am so happy with the way he's going with this case. Bogun Oshodi de Bógun ajẹ́ dìde, èmi mọ̀ pé Jésù yóò gbà mí. I know that Jesus will save me from anything.
Hallelujah.
His own assignment is to carry my problem. No be even my own, no be even my issue. Anything where you bring, we go chest am. He has already said that he will not bring any problem that you cannot overcome. The only thing is, don't put your hand in any black magic. And I don't even believe in it. I am a man of God, and I will continue to say my truth. And for those people that have a hand in the buying of Mohbad, I'm going to still say something to you. There is still time. There is still time for you to confess and get forgiveness from God. The way that you did this thing is wrong. Confess and ask for God's forgiveness. You cannot read Psalm 51 20 times and God will not forgive you. The deed has been done.
But you must still confess.
They must confess. This conspiracy is going to take your life. Get your hands off it. And let's look at the story of David in the Bible. David also saw somebody's wife, sent the husband to something that will bind him. Just like this. Like this. You understand? Just like this. Then he gave birth to one child. The first child of that lady. The child bind. The second child is Solomon, the wisest man on earth. And that is how you have to fear God, because ẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run bà mí, ẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run bà mí o, ohun tó bá ti pinnu lọ́kàn rẹ̀ kò sẹ́ni tó lè dá dúró. Nobody can change it.
Amen.
Nobody can change it. He sent that son, Mohbad, and even the son, Liam, to come and show the world one light. And that light is going to shine, that everybody will see it. Everybody have already seen it. The only issue there is now that our government are showing us clearly that there is nothing that we can do. They are not in the interest of giving us justice in this case. That is what I'm seeing in this matter. Because since the time that we talked about the royal monarch, they haven't denied it. Immediately,
They haven't. That's my worries. They haven't.
Mohbad. The reason why I was so confident to say, yes, this is where the film, I looked at myself that what could make somebody of that hierarchy's name to be mentioned when they are beating somebody. Which means that Mohbad also was very, very stubborn. Kò fẹ́ fọmọ yẹn sílẹ̀. Kò fẹ́ fọmọ yẹn sílẹ̀. And it's not Mohbad that is doing that. Iṣẹ́ Wunmi gangan ni. Because Wunmi also doesn't want to lose a penny of the horror that she's eating. She said it now. Pé mo fẹ́ jọrọ̀. Time tó yẹ kí n máa jọrọ̀. Ọmọ 24 years old. Ọmọ 24 years old tó ti wà in the interest of jẹ ọrọ̀. And that is why they had to, she and her family, because of that money of Mohbad. Why? Tó jẹ́ pé Mohbad tó lọ sí show on Saturday, tó ṣe show ní Sunday, sorry, I'm sure ó kéré jù, they will give him $10,000. Let's say 10 million naira. But on Tuesday, tẹ́ sọ pé ó kú. On Tuesday, tẹ́ parọ́ pé ó kú. Ṣó play sporty bet ní alẹ́ Sunday ní àti Monday tó lose tó fi di pé ńjọ́ Tuesday kò tiẹ̀ sí 1 cent to bury him. That you have to involve Davido just because you want to incriminate him as well. Why? Why are you so wicked? And you see, since the day that guy pine, Wumi, gbogbo nǹkan tó ń sọ pátápátápátá, àtẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ Kàrímọ́, even your mother, all of you were in Nigeria when that thing happened. That is the fact. They were all in Nigeria when Mohbad pine. They all saw the body of Mohbad before the father saw it. Abosede, Iya Mohbad, she saw the body of Mohbad. All of them that were living in that house.
It's even more proven now that
yes,
Bossy Alamalas.
She saw the body. She was there. They sent her that 5 million. She went to do the deep freezer. She went to do everything she wants to do with money. And she not concerned because she wanted to get back at Baba Mohbad. She wanted to get back at that man. The woman hated that man with passion. But me, they blame.
Because we're exposed.
You can Babalawo, you cannot say you
but she was sleeping with Baba already, so I don't
Baba, you know what? They wanted to find Baba as well. Take that for free from me. And she was the one they were using to want to complete that assignment. To the point that the glory, the light in your family, the light in your family, you went to you are saying to the whole world that you gave them a fake clothes.
That's a death sentence for her right there.
Death sentence. I know they Nigeria.
Right there.
As I am like this, Toba I still have a mother, Mama, Atuti Danron.
She put it on herself.
Because I'm a dada. I was born dada. In fact, I was not born 9 months. I'm not up to 7 months. 6 months, 26 days. Donc, ìyá mi pé, bàbá mi pé, ìyàwó wọn tí ń rọbí. 6 months, 26 days. Mi tí ẹ pé, you understand? Olùṣọ́ àgùntàn ńlá ni bàbá tó bí àwa náà. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti sọ fún wọn, nígbà tó ń wọ́ ọmọ pólùṣọ́. In fact, gbogbo iṣẹ́ táwọn ń ṣe ọwọ́ wa ló máa fi lẹ̀ sí. And they told him to a point that at one age, we have to sit with billionaires. With everything that have happened. That is the fact. So that woman, she was so envious of the next move of Baba Mohbad because she could not control Baba Mohbad. And you see, Mohbad, kò possible kó wà lọ́dọ̀ babaláwo kó má ti yọ kankan lára fi try ogun. The man has already tested some things on her, try to, because ààrẹ ò balẹ̀, òun ló lọ sọ́dọ̀ Túndé, òun ló lọ sọ́dọ̀ ilé, kó má bàa má gbọ́dẹ̀ wá.
Òun ló ṣọ káàkiri.
Yes, ó fi kankan gbà.
Ó fi padà wá sọ bàbá Mohbad gan sef, ọ̀tọ́jọ́ lápíọ́píọ́ gan ti gbà nǹkan lọ́rọ̀ bàbá yẹn gan sef.
Yes, nǹkan tó kọ́kọ́ ṣe bàbá yẹn nìyẹn, tí bàbá yẹn gangan ò lè kò wá lè ní control over ọmọ ẹ̀ mọ́, ìgbà tí ìyá yẹn dé ni.
Sele, I want a yes or no from you. Do you agree that Mohbad, they are dealing with Mohbad spiritually in the sense of controlling him, like
Yes.
Kayamata?
Yes, not just Kayamata is small. If you are talking about Kayamata and you are
Dead
talking
and
about
alive.
something.
Are you aware that they actually
those
went
are fast.
Sele,
You see those are fast that Baba said he saw
Sele,
when they went to fight property.
Sele,
Yeah.
are you aware of when they were staying in Nayamali's house, they found a calabash under the bed?
Yeah.
This occultic
Those ones were
calabash.
motive. Those ones were Bossman, you know what happened? You know what happened? That calabash, that one, those practice are normal thing for Wumi's family. Eléyìí gan tẹ̀ tí kan lineage Liam kò tí débẹ̀ kò tí ṣe anything.
Before you explain further, are you also aware that as at last year till this very moment in time, they are also doing a lot of fetish stuff, occultic stuff, all the front line of justice for Mohbad?
100%.
You know that they are attacking
100%. 100%. 100%.
So
100%.
that they are championing, you are taking money. If you are not,
ó ti gbowó ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ ni, owó ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ ni now.
I'm an Ijebu man. Ijebu, precisely. I'm letting you guys know. I brought my face out. I brought my face out for a reason. Okay? I brought it out for a reason. I'm an Ijebu man. In case you don't know, now you know.
Bossman,
See why is Ijebutu?
No, he's
I'm not going to say where
See
I am
why is
from.
Ijebutu?
So now,
I think I am somehow family close to that Adebanjo in that Ekpe.
Yeah, I know. Ekpe is like a cousin to Jebu's. Now, what I'm trying to let you know is this.
Because
These people
I'm
have
trying
gone
to ask my family, do you know any Adebanjo? Do you know any Adebanjo? But I don't care.
Do you know when somebody came out with that
Ọmọ
that's a normal way of tradition? I said, no, not in Ijebu.
Not in Ijebu.
Why would you throw stuff in the cup?
Bossman, that was the first red
Not in
flag.
Yoruba land.
Bossman, this is even general Yoruba. If anybody paying now and anybody throws something into the to the grave,
Sakuma, let me tell you something today.
Baba,
that stuff they threw in the coffin was for Mohbad. You will sleep and never wake up forever. Do you know what happened? They never knew that the body was going to be exhumed. Do you know the moment they brought that body above the ground?
Yes, the story changed. The story changed. The story changed. That is the fact.
That Corona inquest, and I know that Falana knows about it. Now Falana is actually dealing with the government right now because they are all stuff.
Bossman, before you can be a son, see somebody that I know, I don't want to mention. She's a Chief Justice of Nigeria 2 times. All those Falana now new face in this justice system. That person told me clearly. Now, Ogboni is a very important society. Could they kinship for mode? Our lawyer lo man join here. Before you are assigned to the bar association, you must belong. And that is what is happening. That is why it is very hard for the truth to be said. Ogboni.
Do you know why we are still on this runabout? I'm not going to tell you the answer though. There's just one thing that you have not done right. We have not done right. Just one thing. But I'm just only waiting for them to do the right thing. By the time we get it right, just one thing left.
What is that?
I don't want to say it. Yeah, I've told those that are actually close to me, which they actually agreed. But we're just waiting for them to see.
Leave it in my DP.
Bossman.
Once we get that thing right, all this number one problem about another problem that we have is the Falana guy. Okay, the Falana is not looking for justice. He's actually on the defensive side of me. He's not looking for justice.
He's regretting for asking for the autopsy now.
Now the problem
Bossman,
of course,
he's not defending Wunmi.
This guy out.
Bossman.
Yes.
Bossman.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't say Wunmi is a nobody in this matter.
He's not Wunmi that is doing all these things now.
Yes. Falana is working for his society.
Falana is a friend of the government.
He's defending his society.
You have to come with strategy. You don't come on social media to reveal all your strategy to these people. That will beat you perfectly. This is a government you are fighting with. I keep telling people, you must be a dumbass coming on the social media. You will say, anytime I come, you see them screen record. I'm not going to reveal nothing to you people. And I keep telling you something. You exhumed the body of Mohbad. Who are those people that exhumed that body? The medical faculty, the whatever. We want to see the picture of the body of Mohbad before you took it to the lab. Before we my gay body Mohbad, you must show us the complete formation.
They have to show that. If they don't, we won't believe anything.
We want to see the far distance picture, and
we even want to see video.
If they do not send any videos to any one of us or to the Alobas family, that's another indictment.
That is not acceptable.
To show us the video or pictures of that body.
We will continue seeing conspiracies in this case. That is the fact.
Yeah, we will fight it also.
after Jesus Christ, tó bá sọ pé Jésù, tó bá yọ J yẹn, èṣù, inú ẹgbẹ́ èṣù, ògbóni, na then dey in this matter, and that is it.
Oh, man, can you
No, àṣírí wọn ti tú already.
Let me tell you something, sir.
Bossman, àṣírí wọn ti tú. Some of us, if we sleep, they will reveal things to us.
Fire to this thing, as in,
exactly.
Get justice? No. But until we get that thing right, which I'm going to emboss you, sir. Until we get that thing right, do you know the reason why even we don't want to go through the court? You know why we don't want to go through the court for the DNA? They've set up a trial for us, for Baba's team, to go to court. This woman, she will be married legally. Did she marry legally? Why do we have to go through court? They set up a trap in that court. If we go to court, we still go to Supreme. 1 year, we are still on that DNA thing. But until we get that thing right, we are not going to move forward on this matter.
I would love to do that thing.
Bossman, you see, this matter, it don't pass their level, it don't pass their power. That guy, since Saturday, I said I've not been able. Tima diju for 2 hours. You are Jolo and Tenion. Now exposure of secrets.
Prime Boy crew in between. Don't go back. Go get Prime Boy away from wherever he is right now.
Prime Boy
is fine. Nothing is wrong.
Not evidentiary.
Nothing is wrong with anybody.
Just for a reason.
Make him talk him out. Make him talk waiting he won't talk. What about there's a lot of things he will continue saying, including that guy said a lot of things. He said a lot of things. You get, but the important thing is that Mohbad. Dudu te wo fún tẹ́lẹ̀ yẹn ó ti bọ́ṣọ yẹn. I know you can hear me. Sutana lo wo báyìí o, ó ti wọ funfun, aṣọ funfun. Ó dẹ̀ fẹ́ jà ni. In the next 10 weeks, they saw yẹn
let me ask you something again.
Yeah.
If Tawafe dissect the body, can you explain what Bossman dissect body? It's not on one straight line.
I've never seen any of it. I've not seen a dead body before.
Mr. Kuma, they show us the body of Mohbad when they exhume that body. This nakedness like this. They don't need to show it to the public. They show it to the Aloba, to the legal team. I've told them, you have to be one step ahead of the game. See, this is a game of chase. If you cannot play this game with the government, you should go and sit down somewhere.
Let me tell you a scenario that I witnessed when I was young. It was a friend of ours.
Who is Mide?
His name was Benga.
Who is Mide? It's a white shape, right? How do you get to know it's a white shape?
And they said all of us must come into where they are washing him. And I didn't want to be the only one that did not want to go. So I had to go.
You can watch it on YouTube.
And
hold on, Mr. Kuma. Someone said I can watch it on YouTube. Did they show you when they were
watch
what on YouTube? There's nothing on YouTube. How they are dissecting the body of Mohbad? Is it on YouTube?
But it must be videoed. It must be videoed. If government doesn't show the video of the dissecting or what happened,
Mr. Sakuma, when you are looking at this government have played into our hands. The only thing that can save them in this regard is for them to show us the picture of the Mohbad. After they've finished exhuming the body, they took the body to the morgue. All right. When they've cut off all that white cloth that they used to bury him and his nakedness, we want to see the clearer picture, as in the far picture and the far distant picture and the closer picture from his head, from his head to his toe.
All that's supposed to be videoed.
Let's turn the body around to the backside and show us from the head to toe. You want to have clearer picture of all these things.
Let me tell you what I saw in my dream about what you are asking. I know there's no proof. We can't take pictures from the dream and come and show it to the world. But you see Mohbad's body. Ibi Kwen, his right side, there is an opening. Tí ìfun ẹ̀ jáde. And that is why I believe that man that said he saw blood. That is why I believe that Baba, when he said he saw a lot of blood, the blanket filled with blood. But how can we prove all these things? My own prayer is
Actually co-signed that, Sele. The aunt co-signed that she saw the blood too.
Yes. You understand? Now, what I saw in my own dream is that side, it was removed. Like there's a cord that the intestine, everything had to drag out. And I'm sure that is what that nurse came to stitch in a very crazy way so that there won't be any blood leakage. And that is why they had to have embalmed him swiftly, because the blood was out of the body. Even if possible, if the nurse came and said she saw Mohbad alive, it was his last breath. It was the last.
I don't believe
Actually,
I don't believe
he died on Monday or Tuesday.
Well,
See, it could be anything.
That is why we need all this scientific, because the people are not saying the truth. But you see, they will start saying the truth from now.
Yeah, gorgeous queen. I was one of the first person that started with I've not even been on Yeye Kudi at that time. I was on with Yeye Oge. And I also called into Yeye Kudi's show that time when I listened to Mama Mohbad. I was the one who told them they should go and listen to Mama Mohbad that he said on Monday. So my whatever changed when my team spoke with the nurse and he said he met Mohbad alive. That's when I switched. All right. So it could be Monday, it could be Tuesday, and it's likely Monday. If it's on Tuesday, how come immediately within the space of few hours they were able to gather the affairs and the lawyer, all the people, almost 100 people into the house. All right. The fact is that. So far that Karima came on the TV of that the freezer and said that she was on the phone when Mohbad was actually giving the last breath. He was the one telling them that telling them that that need to use glove or telling the police or whatever. You know, she said on the live that the freezer show that she was there, she was aware, she was there even when Baba Mohbad came, she was aware. So if the family of Wunmi was actually aware that Mohbad died, why didn't they tell Baba Mohbad? So for you to know that the whole family, the whole avenge in this.
Bossman, the only reason why I'm going to say Tuesday is because you said that the nurse saw Mohbad alive, and I still would believe that.
Now let me let me play something for you guys for you to know.
Because there's a lot you guys are saying about.
Are you sure it's Mohbad she saw?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you sure it's Mohbad she saw?
I'm still believing Bossman. I am still believing Bossman because he have spoken with those characters. Me, I was the first person to say now Monday, Mohbad buying 9.
And I'm staying with it.
Because Mama Mohbad said to TVC 9 minutes 2 seconds in that interview that Ojo Monday tí mo pè ó ní ìgbà tó mo máa pè padà ó ní ní ṣòkú ọmọ o ní ṣọ̀fọ̀ o.
Yes,
say those things for play now.
That is an implication.
So exactly. Do you know that the first video of Mama Mohbad that she came up with when she was in the Mohbad's house, there was a woman behind the camera. There was a guy holding the phone. Okay, it was in that video that I started digging. Everything she said in that video, they told her to say it. They got to a point. They told her to say, Inule Mohbad ni mo wà yìí. And she said the same thing there. And I said that I was the one who told the Yoge. I said, Yoge, if you want to listen to that, I called into Yekudi's show too. So come and hear these people. Mohbad did not die on Tuesday. He died on Monday.
On Monday.
I was the one who started nailing it out to let them know, listen to this, use the earpiece. You will hear all what I'm going to play. I would look for the video again. I will play that video. The first video of Mama Mohbad. The first video she ever came up with, Mama Mohbad delay. Use an earpiece. Don't just play it on your phone. Use an earpiece.
Bossman,
Right?
Bossman,
You will hear all what we're telling now at the back.
before you came into the film, I was saying Monday, but because I don't have a proof, and you that have conversed with
Hold on. Before I came in, I was on I am just 2 months on TikTok. I don't do TikTok. I came on TikTok when when they wrote petition against some of the bloggers of Baba Mohbad. I've been on Facebook. I've been on Facebook. I've been talking since the day they buried Mohbad, and they're trying to go and ask me on Facebook. I was the one tackling all this Osha and all these people on Facebook. When the Facebook was actually against Baba Mohbad, I was one going to different platforms on Facebook. If you hear the Bossman, that's me doing that. I don't do TikTok. I came to TikTok when the lawyer said they need your consent of to reply the letter, the petition they wrote against you guys and all that. That's when I came on TikTok. I've not even spent about 2 months on TikTok. I don't do TikTok. I'm not even into social media. My account or whatever, I don't do social media. I came out, I don't know what happened. Mohbad just came into me. My account was private before for a very long time, many years ago. I unblock everything and I started talking. I go to different platforms. Go and ask this Osha, they will tell you, you go to different platforms. Yes, I had to go to different platforms because you people were parading Baba Mohbad, throwing Baba Mohbad under the bus. I put it upon myself on Facebook, going to different blogs, giving them the real truth of Baba Mohbad. At that time, I also stumbled on the Yekudi's platform. And when I started giving them the whole dissecting the truth about it, I don't know Baba Mohbad for now. I did my research on that area and I saw that they're trying to forward Lagba Baba Iloji. They're trying to shut him up. Imagine they saying that he buried that boy alive. And then the other team with me started spreading. Do you know what Berekete said? That they're trying to use media to shut him up. On Facebook, I clicked them off on Facebook before coming on social. Do you know why I came on TikTok too? I saw that there's a lot of rumor coming on Twitter. That's why we came to TikTok too. Because there are a lot of people always spreading the wrong narrative that Davido sold kidney. They've removed the kidney of Mohbad. Where did they hear that story from? It's coming up on TikTok. So when you hear about...
Bossman, that came from Ada Universe.
You can go to some other bloggers.
That came from Ada Universe. Ada Universe.
Now, who are those
the one that mentioned?
Who are those working with that? There's a lady that called into Berekete's show that said that we have a lawyer. We are Susan and who again?
Paris.
Exactly.
Abi Victoria. We want it.
They raise a fund for Mohbad and they shop the money. They GoFundMe. This Susan is here. She's listening to us right now. Feeding lies, propaganda. We are looking for fact findings. You are coming to put sand into our gari. I will be giving us the narrative that Mohbad.
Check these viewers.
Of Mohbad.
Check these viewers. Before I started talking, I saw Wumi is here. Immobilization. Check.
I don't trust nobody at this point.
The immunization is Wumi, right?
Yes.
Check about Wumi Okusha. So, because we are.
I'm not from Wumi. I'm Team Mohbad.
Not you.
I'm Team Mohbad. Yes.
No, that's
100%.
Immunization, not
Immunization.
Yeah, I see her.
Check the viewers.
If that is her, then I've seen that. He has been here for a while, though.
Bossman, if I tell you something, I'm not saying it because of scientific. I'm telling you spiritually.
Yeah, if that's her, she should welcome. So what do you want us to do? To block her? Let her be listening now.
Block.
Let us baptize her with the truth. No matter what she does, nothing. The truth must come out. I bought out my face, and I'm not scared. I'm from Ijebu. In case you don't know, go and ask. You are from Epe, I'm Ijebu Ode, the real original Ijebu. In case you don't know, I'm gonna still give you color with delay that color trace. Don't mess with me. Oja Magemo. Married the Logan. Don't try that. If you claim you don't know anything about it,
Bossman.
you couldn't suppose FM Mumi Ayilala, you never said anything. Even Adura never come out on that Russia never come out to do that.
Let me shock this lady.
Omi Ayélálá ló máa ṣọ́ọ̀jù.
Ọjọ́ tó bí Liam yẹn, ṣó mọ̀ pé ẹyọ jáde lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, ẹyọ. Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tó yẹ kó ṣe fún ọmọ ọba pátápátá ló ṣe fún. Stop playing, oh. Stop playing.
You think you are dumb? Because we now become, we want to see all these fact findings. Corona inquest, I'm at the jáde fún ẹ tó bá bí ẹ dá. Sọ fún lawyer kó gbé corona inquest jáde wá. Maybe you are fighting for justice fún ọkọ ẹ ni. Then jẹ́ kó gbé corona inquest jáde. Èmi ò ní ọjọ́ kan bẹ́ẹ̀ rò. What I'm actually waiting for you, what I'm waiting for is for you to bring out the corona inquest so we can.
Bossman, expect nothing from corona inquest. You should have heard.
No, see,
Bossman, wait.
No, see, already said that they came up with the corona inquest. All right. The reason why they're closing off the corona inquest is that the police have messed up. That's number one fact that I want you to let you know. Because once there's a corona inquest, you will see a lot of loopholes from the police. The police did not conduct any investigation. They only took people.
The police has been castigated.
We are going to mess them up. In the corona inquest, we are going to prove to them that there was a camera in the house. And I know that. Let them prove the corona inquest.
Exactly.
The saying that there's no DVR in that whatever. Tell your lawyer to come, find out to Talo Loba government of Lagos State to open up the
Bossman.
Are you not fighting for justice anymore?
Bossman.
Yes, sir.
I feel the corona inquest is not really necessary even.
No, it is though. It is. Because for us to
you know why I said so. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nothing can come out from it.
There's no real fact coming out from the corona inquest.
Susan,
why not give all those? Why not give all those trends? You want put? Why not put? Wait, sir. Why not put all those trends you want to put on corona inquest in bracket?
You this fucking liar. You and your principal, you be talking about lawyer. Are you a lawyer? Bring out your lawyer now.
These people will learn the hard way.
Don't
Go and repent. Go and repent. Read Psalm 51.
Yeah. How can you guys come to the program to tell us that Davido is taking kidney of Mohbad? Where did you get that fact from? And you guys spread everything, you make everything to go AWire, and I was like, what the hell? Set the fact and remove the whatever. Why are you adding to it? Because you want viewers. I'm waiting for your lawyer. And tell your boss, Aries, to do the same. Why did Mr. Miwa stop talking to you guys? Why did Baba Mohbad stop talking to you guys? Why did you guys plant a move to Baba Mohbad? You want to kill that man? Susie, this is a woman, Susie for just that.
For justice, okay.
Tap into her phone and you see her face. She was the one who called into Brekete show to tell them about that stupid son. Stand that you want to raise 15 million. One son for 15 million. And then the second son they got, we don't know how much they want to pay that son.
Bossman.
That was her face there. The woman that called into
I saw. All these people are working for Karimo.
Come to Nigeria now. I'm going to Nigeria very soon. Come and meet me in Nigeria. I feel la. Complete distraction.
Bossman, all these people, they are working for Karimo. No data, no peace.
Don't mind that.
That is just the fact. It's not a scientific fact or spiritual fact. If you want to doubt me, Enuyi no le mafika. Enuyi le mafika. Go and ask Aris. The first day she came on this TikTok, I'm to go on. But I've not been to Papariano's platform before. My first time was to tackle her that you are impersonating, and it turned to a big problem that had me stop conversing with Westo, because that day I stopped trusting Westo, because Westo, why must you be introducing people that you did not do a background check of?
I also fell into the category. I did not do a background check based on I was on Facebook. I did not know that there's a lot of baby going on TikTok. All right. If I've actually been on TikTok, I wouldn't have made that mistake that I made ever, and I regret ever making that mistake. We should have done a background check, and the things that I've been hearing, that things that I found out on TikTok, if I have known about these things before dabbling myself into that, I wouldn't have done that. People are making money out of this story.
That is it.
Out of the story of Mohbad. How can I be having a sleepless night, working all day, and some people are making money out of these stories?
Man, they will say you are envying them.
Nobody's definitely anyone. I don't know.
They will say you are envying them.
Who?
And you know who will say that you are envying them? Is these gullible people that are paying money to them. $1,000, $2,000. I don't understand, but that is your own business.
Let's move forward, Jerry. It was that Susie that was actually distracted.
That is their own business. So, Bossman, once beaten, twice shy. I don't trust that Corona inquest. And I don't.
All right? They came up to see, they came to deceive the masses, as if they're the one fighting for Corona and fighting for justice for Mohbad. On that same Corona that they brought to our table, I'm going to trash them on that same Corona that they brought. Corona is a public speaking where they're going to fact findings. And on their fact findings, we're going to trash them out. Even with their Corona inquest, they're already making mistakes now. Is the story of the testimony of Adura, is it tallying with Wumi? Wumi, can you hear? Because I was told that you are here. Is story of DJ Bami also tallying with your story? Is your own story also tallying with the story of the police? Prime Boy is coming. Nurse is also coming. Spending is also going to say his own. And before they even say their own, we have to tackle the police first to come and tell us how they found out their own investigation.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
All these people you saying they are coming. Prime Boy was not in the scene where the death happened.
No, we're not talking.
Sorry, sir.
Fought with him. It was fought with Mohbad.
You forgotten this Corona quest we're talking about. It's been set up by a lawyer that is fighting for Wumi.
No, it's not set up by a lawyer. No. That is
who set it up. It was set up by Falana, right?
No. It was requested by Falana. The government of Lagos State set it up.
You said it was requested by who?
By Falana.
Okay. But for him to have made that request, definitely he has. Okay, now wait, sir.
He's asking.
Wait, sir. Let's put the brain A to Z and we're just trying to bring in something. Now he make a request. He was granted the request. Definitely he's going to have a defender and an attacker, right? Mm-hmm. He doesn't even need the goalkeeper in the post. Because he feels like once the defenders are good, the post is cool. So what do you feel about the Corona inquest that is going to be of help to Baba Mohbad?
So you're asking a question, right? See, during the time of Corona inquest, at that time we were in the dark. We didn't know much at that time. Then the Corona inquest has actually exposed a lot of this. The Corona inquest got us to know that there's a lot of games that they are planning, because the story of Wumi and all these people that have given the testimony is not even tallying with the story, the press statement of the police. That is what made us to go in depth into this matter and start looking at, okay, what is actually, there's a discrepancy in all these stories. They did not know that it's going to happen like this. They didn't plan it. Everything did not go their own way. Don't you know that there was a reason why they did not allow Adura to talk the first day? Because Wumi flopped. Wumi flopped big time. Wumi flopped. Wumi thought that she could actually play with it. They drilled Wumi. They drilled her. Her statement, she messed up. So when the lawyer of Wumi got that Wumi messed up, they decided to use Adura to tell them you cannot talk. Or they used every tactic to tell them that you are sick, tell them that you are hungry. Just for them to delay so that they will go back again and go and coach that boy on what to say. You want to tell me that it's a game? See, this is a government at play. You need to use your common sense and start playing the tactics of this. This is the game of chase they're playing. Their own game that they set up, we're going to beat them to it. They know. You think they're not scared? I shouldn't want it to now. The biggest mistake they made was allowing us to go into the station to talk to this guy. Do you know after some bloggers went on TikTok and exposed that because we going into that station to talk to these people was supposed to be secret. It's supposed not to be on the social media, but some bloggers just want to be like, we are the one that break the news. We are the one that break the news. This is supposed to be an underground thing that they will not be aware that we've done all this thing. We just come to Corona Inquest and come up with this evidence. But some bloggers just want to show that yes, we are the investigative journalists. We are the one that want to break the news. These are what we have been doing all because they want to be scamming the public. The moment this thing came to the media, these people start stepping up their game. They refused Prime Boy from coming that first day. They told the police not to release Prime Boy so that he won't be able to come to the Corona Inquest. Since they got to know that there's a lot of discrepancy and we're coming out with facts that Prime Boy, they were coming out to tell, you know, they're trying to frame by Prime Boy. They're trying to use Prime Boy as a scapegoat. So when I ask him, the public start asking, where's the evidence? Where are your evidence that Prime Boy fought with Mohbad? Nobody can actually come up with the evidence. So it was Wumi, according to the story of Adura, that said, Adura said, it was Wumi that told me, it was CY that told me that Prime Boy, but did you see Prime Boy fought with your brother? He said, no. Who told you? CY. So, but everything that CY said, I believe her. But you did not see CY. So how do you know Prime Boy eat your brother with the jazz? Now we heard again that I hit him with, he shook him with knife. Bring out proof. No proof. Only for us to get to know that there was a fight on their way home. Even Adura said it in that statement that when she went to, I can read it out to you guys right now. That when they got home, Mohbad was fine. So the next day when he wanted to give Mohbad his phone, he went upstairs and he heard Wumi and her husband fighting upstairs and having arguing over Canadian visa. So the fact is that he also said they fought. So who was the last person that fought with Mohbad? So why are you saying that it's Wumi? It was Prime Boy that fought with Mohbad. So in that same Corona Inquest, that's the only place where we can. Corona place is just the fact findings. We're still going to go to real court. Whatever they find here, they're going to transfer the file case to the Attorney General of the Federation. That's when they're going to use that thing to charge them to court. From the court, then they're going to go to the real court. So this Corona Inquest is the fact findings. And the fact findings, you have to get your facts right before you go to court. How Mohbad Pai in the Corona, where they're going to cross-examine you people, with different lawyers are going to cross-examine you guys. And they're going to fail. So why do you want to go to the real court without doing Corona? Do you think that we don't know the reason why we're asking for Corona Inquest? If I don't know the reason why we're asking for Corona Inquest. Now, let me give you another analogy. Do you know that if Falana, just imagine that Falana is on the Baba Mohbad side. Do you think Falana will not be screaming and fighting the government now that they should open the Corona Inquest? Do you know that Corona Inquest will have been opened by now? Answer now in the comment section. If Falana was to be on our side, do you think Falana will not be against the government right now? And by now they will have opened the Corona Inquest?
Bossman, that Corona Inquest was to nail Baba that he buried his son alive.
Then everything turned against them. That's what I'm saying. Everything turned against them because they saw that the whole thing has turned against them and some people has gone to the Corona and to speak with these people. I've spoken with them. their yash don't show to the public. Do you know that the moment they got to know, do you think that the government are not listening to this program? Do you know the government are actually aware that we raise money for Prime Boy and spending? Do you know the reason why they held on to spending for that long? Because they saw that we're talking about money on social media that's supposed not to be on the social media in the first place. And they were ready to take all that money that we raise from spending. Do you know that after they got to know that we've raised money for spending, the governor himself gave an order to the police that nobody must come to the station to see these people? Yeah. So you guys don't know that? That's why I said people need to get their facts right before they come to the social media to get all these things. The reason why spending stayed extra hours because they want to collect all that money from him. So all that was a lower. But we did not try to put that money in spending's account. It was supposed to be in someone's account. And how did the money get to be spending's account? That's the problem. But that matter is supposed not to be on the social media. So far that it came out to the social media, the police are actually aware of this. And the government are actually aware of that. And they want to take that money from them. I shouldn't want to.
Bossman, you don't know who you are dealing with. Now Mohbad you they deal with. Anything about Mohbad must be transparent. If it's not transparent, if you are trying to hide it, now the
Like,
fact be that.
Hide what?
As in, if you are trying to hide those bad people, they will rob you for the matter, and that is what you have
They
seen.
call me a thief now. But
That is why people are still
don't worry,
castigating you
Inshallah,
till
don't worry.
tomorrow.
Inshallah, we will see until in regards to the money issue. I don't want to talk about it right now. But when the time comes, everything battery ready, you will hear. You will hear about it. You will hear the truth. And those people that call me thief, they will come back again and come and say the fact. That's why I said people need to. You don't listen. You need to get your facts right. Do your investigation. And do you know who they use Westo? Westo allowed himself to be used, and I can't blame him for that. He also has his own blame, but they used him. It's somebody that used him. Because they want to rubbish me. Because in fact, it was not even, the fight was not for me. The fight was for Yeye Kudi. The fight was for Yeye Kudi. They want to rubbish Yeye Kudi. That's why Yeye Kudi called Westo out. As I said, people don't know what is going on underground. Is it not Aries that went to abuse Yeye Kudi, that Yeye Kudi stole money from spending? Maybe it's Aries and Susan that went on Tenny Omologo and Ada, they were calling Yeye Kudi Oli. That's what Yeye Kudi came out to do show for Westo now. We raised the money from two platforms, from Yeye Kudi's platforms and on the J Blink's platform. These people are on the know. I don't have any involvement with money. Rain Whisper, are you still there? Do you guys know that Rain Whisper is also in part of our team with Moses? Why is it only my name they were talking about?
Bossman, me, I did not even follow that saga.
Exactly.
I did not follow it. I don't even know. The one I know was Prime.
I don't really want to talk about that money. But the truth about that money and the evidence and the receipt is going to come out at the right time. Just let's forget about the issue of that money for now. But what I want to let you know is that the government are listening. Whatever you come to the social media, they are paying attention to it. It's not every missile, it's not all our arsenal that we should be bringing to the social media.
Bossman, yesterday was the hearing of Peter Obi and the financial secretary. They all messed up with money. Then they were saying don't do anything. But now, is their secret not out? Is everything not clear?
This one will be out.
Accountability.
Saleh, they said that we were threatening spending. How is it possible that we were threatening spending? How is it possible that we were threatening spending? Imagine, thank God that I was not the only one. Imagine it was just me and Moses that were on that phone that day. Do you know that we won't be able to wash ourselves clean? With the way these people were going? Yeye Kudi has 100% right over that money. And spend and J-Blinks, because those are the two platforms where we went to. The information that was given to us, and I'm going to take that mistake, and Yeye Kudi is talking about, Bossman, you see what it cost? You're the one that said that you trust this person. And I did not do my findings right. I did not do my, what happened? It's the public that said, Bossman, you need to work. There's one guy on TikTok, you need to work with him. And I've been seeing some of his works he has been doing. And I brought him to our group He's in the group that he met Aries, but Aries took him away. He's in the group that he met Susan. So when he came up with the story that spending, because we were also interested in the story of release of spending. Why? Because we believe. Were we interested in the story on the release of Prime Boy and spending? He has already done a very fantastic work by getting donation from Prime Boy, and we were interested in the spending. All right, why? Because we believe that all these people and the people in the house, they're all prime suspect. Why will some people be locked up? Why some people are free? Why will some people spend Christmas in the detention? Why some people are still getting freedom, walking around? That is the logic of what we were locked up. In your color now. If you want to lock people up, lock all of them up. Now, let me bring you the reason. They have no reason for locking spending up. They have no reason for locking Prime Boy up. Now, this is my fact. Is that, why did they lock Prime Boy up? They said because he thought he was the last person that fought with Mohbad. And we came up with the evidence to tell them that he was not the last person that fought with Mohbad. The wife was the last person that fought with Mohbad. So if you are arresting Prime Boy and locking him up because you believe that he was the last person who fought with Mohbad, then you're supposed to lock up this wife too. So why would you lock up Prime Boy and you leave the wife free? Number 2, why do you lock up spending? Oh, it was when we introduced the nurse. But did you ask him what happened? They called him, and if he has a nurse, and he gave them his own family nurse that always come to treat his own family. He gave them the number. They were the one that continued to call the nurse. He was not aware that they were still talking to the nurse. So if you are,
excuse me, Bossman, please can I ask you something?
Okay, go ahead, sir.
You've really done well during this fight of justice, but me, I have a problem with you. Okay. You always feel like you have the resource of the facts from everywhere.
I'm not talking about
no, sir. Wait, sir. Sorry. Wait, sir. You know why I say this? You can't see yourself. It's someone that will tell you you're wrong and you're right. In the process of you want to clarify yourself that you get the fact, you say some things that are not supposed to be said on air.
Like what?
And you just said it. The people
Apostle, please wait.
No. I want to hear what you're trying to say.
I'm not interested in a bass boss.
No, select boss. No.
And Apostle.
No, we're intellectuals, bro. No bass.
If you hear somebody talking about something and the other person is not talking about it, go and meet the other person to talk.
No, let me finish. So you get to know where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? You know what I said? You know why I said this? Wait now, so you didn't hear me to land. Now let me conclude, then you get my conclusion.
How many of you have gone to Yekudi?
Bossman, please wait. I want to just make a point for Apostle. You have spoken to me, Apostle, for more than 4 hours, one day. I am not somebody that hides anything. I'm a preacher man, and I preach the truth. See, truth has no corner to hide. Fufu mama.
No, Sele, wait first now. Sele, wait now. Sele, we are learning. You know what I'm saying?
You understand what I'm saying?
Wait now, Sele, wait, please now. Wait now. See, let me tell you something. You can't see yourself.
That is,
it's not bass bulls. It's not bass bulls, Sele. Wait now. It's intellectually, please.
Wait, if you say I can't see myself, are you telling me that in the judgment day is somebody that will come and explain to me, to God, what I have done? You will be responsible for your actions.
But you should remember it's someone that tells you your mouth is smelling. Wait now, it's someone that tells you your mouth is smelling. That's your real G, right?
That is why you must also use your hands to smell.
No, Sele, èèyàn tó bá lè sọ fún yín pé ẹnu ẹ̀ ń rùn.
Okay.
Ó náà ìsìn ẹni náà. Ó ní àwọn tó máa kàn sọ fún ẹni pé wọn ò ní sọ fún ẹ, wọn máa bomú ni.
Ẹni tó bá lọ́gbọ́n, ó máa fúnra ẹ̀ fọwọ́ gbòòrùn ẹnu ẹ̀, á mọ̀ pé ẹnu òun rùn.
Wait first, Sele, you know they get my point. See, Bossman, even the day you spoke on Breket's life, everybody gave you an applaud for that, like you spoke well, you go represent that. But what I'm trying to tell you, I knew you when you guys have issue with money. I knew you in
I don't
Peperanos.
have any issue
Wait now, bros.
with anybody.
I knew you in Peperanos' life. And you were trying to pull these people out because of this money. And I told you, yeah, you don't need that. Why not put these people on calls? Even when you guys want to do this, it wasn't on here like that. So you could put this dude's call and get this thing resolved. The other time you came to the live as well, like you said you want to clarify everything. And the next thing they were asking, like, do you have evidence of this, of that? You couldn't bring any evidence.
I know that's where you're going.
No, wait, that's not where I'm going. That's not where I'm going. That's not where I'm going, boss. Wait now, let me tell you something.
You're asking me for evidence.
You being American and you're doing so much work on this thing, yeah? I will give you a blame in one side because this is a public money. For you to have bring a very good initiative of, okay, let's get this money. And you should know, like, a public support is not just going to be the exact money you're going to get into the support. It could be more than what you're expecting. Why I'm blaming you here is you didn't give a good monitoring to the money coming into the account. You should have looked for someone from your side to get this money paid into the account. Then you could distribute the money to people that need the money.
Can we move forward about this money issue? Because you keep bringing this money part.
See,
that's why I don't want you guys to say it again, because you just said it now.
To me.
This thing are my problem with people. What is Shogun? Si gbogbo yin ogun ti mu yin se.
But you cannot.
Juju don't catch all of you.
Somebody will come and say
that. You will say they are collecting money, they are giving them 20,000. But you are seeing some people collecting money from gathering money and being sold out. And for us to say the truth, looking for justice.
Let me tell you something.
Let me just say something.
If you don't have proof, you can't nail someone. If you don't have proof, you can't nail someone.
Which proof? Print statement now. Print the statement. See what's in there. Now public fund, print statement and show. But
me, I remember the life where you said they call this dude moms, you know. Now that day, now you yourself get the mind clear.
Wait. Very good. Even you think because I kept mute about money, me I know the truth. That is the fact. And what I was trying to do is to clear myself. None of you know my real name. None of you receive 5 penny or have given anything to me. And that is what I came to clear. The people that I know, that knows me with my reputation, they came to meet me and say, I must clear my name or you can't do business with us. Why must, because I came to TikTok to fight for justice, start affecting my own personal life and business?
Can you ask Apostle if he has actually listened to Yekudi's story about this money issue?
But Bossman, why you continue bringing this online?
Because can't you just call this brought it online now?
No, you did. You know why you did, and that's why I said something about it. You said, gbogbo àwọn evidence owó yẹn ó ṣì wà after justice for Mohbad wọ́n máa sanwó. No, boss. See, you're a boss. You should, let me tell you something. You should play this card intellectually. How do you do that? You could call these people. You were the one who gave them the right to get into this thing. The same way you could call them, you guys could make this thing resolved amicably without nobody getting to know or hear.
No, we've passed that. It's already in the public domain.
But you brought it to the public domain.
Hold on. What you don't know about,
Immediately you say people should contribute money. It's already on the public domain.
What you don't know, don't say it. So far that some people went on social media. Hold on, Sele. We were covering this thing to not to be on social. Hold on, Sele now. We were covering this not to be on the social media. When you couldn't want to come out in December. I can call Jay Blinks. Now, the other woman that raised this money.
But Yekuja has never formally come out for because of this money, right?
They forced Yekuja to come on the social media when Aries and Susan went to Berekete. I mean, I said Berekete.
Let's face the reality.
Bossman.
Hold on.
I don't know you though, but I'll be very sincere to you. Yeah, you know what I'm just trying to tell you is
about
that
justice for Mohbad.
even though you get a lot of fact, this is air. You don't know people watching from different places. The moment you trying to make the fact like I get the real source, you're pulling out information that it's supposed to be meant for your secret purpose, pulling out for people. That's just my own say to you.
Okay,
This money issue, please.
that's what you said. Is because there are two factions to this justice. Normally, if we are all in the same bus looking for justice, you can't try that shit. You can't try it. You will go down. EFCC is there for financial fraud. Okay, you are saying people collect money. Say Wunmi paying some people.
That issue with this, okay?
Bossman, please. People are saying that some people have collected money. Don't ever think that it is me that will pay people.
They're telling me that
in this matter.
You are telling me I should keep quiet about it.
Some of us know clearly that it's not only Wunmi that will pay people money in this matter. Even you people will contribute money to keep some people silent. You people will contribute public money. And our people here might body from there. Let me just make my point, please. Let me make my point. Since December 6th that they have started this money.
If she wants to come, let her come. It doesn't matter.
Since December 6th that you people contributed money to bring Prime Boy out. Nibo gongon lati day. What have gongon in the matter than petition?
I'm here now.
December 6th. Okay, Rhyme Whisper is back.
Yes, I'm back. Oh, how are you?
I'm okay.
Sorry, because I had to take small break, and I've been trying to get on the live. How are you? How is everybody doing?
Everybody's fine.
Thank you so much.
Sele,
General.
I don't know Westo from.
Can you allow Rain Whisper to say something very quick, sir?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I just came in now. I just want to know what's going on. Actually, what's going on?
Okay, well, my whole view, this justice for Mohbad, because everybody is saying, what's the next step? What? The last time that justice for Mohbad will move was the day, December 6th, that Prime Boy came out to Jade. December 6th, they said to the whole world that Corona inquest has been postponed. And since that day, till when Brekete came to the matter, nothing has been done. Nothing, no any move was made to move forward in this bus of justice for Mohbad. The reason, and if you will ask me why, is because of money. Finish. Money. And if you don't understand,
no, Sele, that's very wrong.
That means that we are fighting for different things, and that is why I'm not even trying to get close to anybody in this justice for Mohbad, because we are not looking for justice. Supposed to just wait. You will have your time. They are saying that Wunmi, come and tell us what happened to your husband. Is that not accountability? Why is it hard for one bank account to be transparent enough for everybody to say, yes, I trust you. That's bullshit. And we are still joking.
Let me tell you something you should know, right? I don't know Resto, but he has done a lot in this case of justice. You know why I said he has done a lot? Bro, all of us are only on air saying this, saying that. But this dude has been moving to get informations, to get source that brings back to the hair for people to listen to know where this thing is getting to. This money of you guys are talking of, was it paid into his account?
let's move on from the money matter.
But you people
Understand?
see, you know why I want you guys to forget
Stop
about
saying
this,
you. See,
because you
stop
guys
saying you
continue
people.
saying this
Stop
money,
saying
money,
you
money
people.
thing as if
Money is part
it's
of
paining you guys.
this event. This event happened in justice for Mohbad. Don't say we should move on. Matters go dey reach am, we go dey talk am. But as I said,
But
let us move on
wait,
with the matter.
was there an
Don't go back
account?
there again.
Was there an account for Mohbad and for justice for Mohbad?
They introduced access account now.
No, see, said I don't get it twisted. There wasn't an account for
So
justice
please
for
just
Mohbad.
stop
The account,
mentioning my name.
wait
Let
now,
us move
bro.
forward
Wait
on money
first now.
matter.
Let's
Emma
this
sọ̀rọ̀
thing.
owó kankan mọ́, or I'm going to just drop.
Rain Whisper.
Yes, Bossman. I'm listening to everyone and I'm trying to fathom where this whole thing is coming from. You know, the money issue and all of that. Where is this coming from?
How did the money issue come on the social media in the first place?
Well, to the best of my knowledge, I was contacted by what's his name, Westo? Because this will be the first time I'm talking about this. Never called his name before. He contacted me, just like you, and that we should raise money for spending, right? Right? He came to us. He wanted us to raise money for spending, and I was like, okay, so what for? So that he can at least pay his lawyers and all of that, so that they can let him go, right? And for his bail. So I was like, okay, so how much does he need? He said 1.5 million. So you and I, Bossman, agreed that we were going to go on Yeye's platform to ask for that money, and also on J Blink's platform to ask for the money. I also asked him, I said, does he have a member of the family? He said yes, that he's been talking to one Dolakbo, one lady, that's Spending's sister. So I said, okay. He said, but it has been very, very difficult to talk to her. That, sometimes when he calls her, it's like she's shy. She doesn't want to talk about, anything that has to do. She just doesn't trust him, basically. So I said, okay, can you give me her number? If we have to raise money for the family, at least the family member has to come out to the public, to raise that money, to talk about it. So he gave me the number and I called the lady and we talked, as a woman to a woman, we just spoke and she agreed to come to ask for the money for her brother, supposedly brother, because now I don't even know who the lady I was talking to. It was Westo that gave me the number. And I gave the number to Yeye Kudi. I also spoke to Yeye Kudi. Westo came and spoke to Yeye Kudi and then Bossman. And so we went on that platform and we asked for the money and people were able to raise that money.
Hold on. Brain Whisper.
Yes.
How much did they call the money for to us, and how much did they call it to Yekudi later on?
He said 1.5 million. That's what he will need because someone had given him apparently about 900, right? He had about 900, but what he will need right now will be 1.5 million. Then later, I think he said to Yekudi 2 million, 1.5 to 2 million. So Yekudi was like, okay, so let's go on the platform and raise that money. Now, the lady came on board. We were able to talk. I spoke. I helped her to talk because I noticed she wasn't the type that would be able to ask. And we were able to ask them. And, they started sending money. Before they did that, we didn't have the account number. So we forgot to ask her for the account number. So on Yekudi's live, Yekudi asked for the account number. And she said, she was going to get the mother's number. So everybody was like, okay, get Spending's mother's number, account number. It's not like we would not have given Baba's account, but because of the situation of what was on ground, we didn't want to bring Baba into all of this, saying, we're paying into that account and money is coming out from there to, release Spending. So it would not have made any sense at that time. So that was what we did. And eventually we were like, okay, I kept calling her behind the scene. How much have we raised? How much have we raised? So that if we've not raised enough, we'll be able to ask for more. But the lady kept saying that, there was network issue. I said, but you should have access to your mother and your mother should be able to, you're saying, are you with the one with the account or your mother's account? Let's know. so that we can, tell the people who are actually putting this money. And she was like, network issue. We did that for like 4 hours. We had to rest the case because it was late in Nigeria. So you can imagine overnight, a lot of people made payment into that account. And eventually, we had to find out from spending or from the family how much we had raised. And at some point, they sent back to us 5-point-something million naira. So we had to tell Yeye Kudi went on her platform to thank the people. I went there to thank them as well. That we're able to raise that amount of money. We kept calling the Lapo. I think she came too or something. We're able to say thank you to them and all of that. But we also found out that account was still on Yeye Kudi's platform. And so people were still putting money in there. So it wasn't just that 5-point-something million. It was more, way more than that. Way more than that. And then eventually we were like, okay, since he needed 2 million, the Yeye Kudi now said she was going to go on her platform to ask people what would they want to do with the rest of the money, because he only asked for 1.5 million and now they're giving him 2 million. At least he can take care of himself with 500,000. Then the platform, they all agreed that, the rest of the money should be paid into Yeye Kudi's, into Baba Mohbad's account for justice for Mohbad. So I don't understand. Westo came on, we had the meeting with Westo and, just to let him know, this was the situation. And then he was like, he was so mad. He was like, no. How do you say that in Yoruba? Kini malenyo. I'm like, what will lenyo? You said 2 million and 1.5 million, right? If there's an excess of that money should be paid into, just like the people who asked us to raise the money. They all agreed. Yeah, it's not my platform. It's Yeye Kudi's platform. And that's what the people said. You can go there, you see the videos. They are there. It's open for anyone but want to go check. So Westo was really mad at that. And then all of a sudden, I started hearing so many news out there, and they were threatening, what's his name? What's this guy's name? Now, Prime Boy is just coming to my mouth. Not Prime Boy. No, the other, Spending. That Bossman and the others were, and the Yeye Kudi and some other people were threatening Spending. They want the money for themselves. They want to pay it into an account. They want a lot. Were just like, it was unbelievable. It was so painful that I had to come on live because I saw that, then we didn't even have the live. I came on, was it Papariano on one of the platforms, it wasn't Papariano, sorry about that. It was one of the platforms. I saw Bossman there, they were like, coming after him for the money. It was just all lies, like blatant lies. So I was like, why are they calling Bossman? He wasn't the only one who raised the money. Why are you saying he wants to spend the money? They want to get the money from how much is that? Are we talking about, And I kept hearing people say, no, let's not talk about the money. Let's not talk about the money. But when somebody turns around to say, you guys want to steal the money, you want to get the money from it will look somehow, you're calling people thieves. Let God take control, Let God take control. I keep telling Bossman, God will always fight your battle. God will fight your battle. It's only a matter of time. It's unbelievable. But Yeye Kudi and the platform, they're still asking, where is the money? The guy came out and he never went back there to even say a small thank you to the people who raised the money. That speaks volume. It speaks volume. So even if everybody feels they should, sweep it underneath the carpet, where is the guy? Why didn't he even come to Yeye Kudi? He's out there. He should have come to Yeye Kudi to say, thank you so much, for everyone who raised the money, regardless of whether they want the money back or not. It doesn't really matter at this point, but he should have come to say, thank you. And that would have changed a lot of things. Thank you for raising this money. I was in a tight corner. I didn't have anybody on my side. But you Nigerians, you good people, you guys tried on my behalf. You guys did a lot and I'm out here and I'm saying thank you. He could have told them, I spent more than expected. This was what happened. This was what happened to me. But he never did. And those people who raised that money felt like he should have done that. And they're still waiting for him to come say, at least come out to appreciate them. Come out. It was their money. It was their decision to give you that money because we came there to ask them. We begged them. It wasn't like they volunteered to just give it to you. We came, we begged them. So it's unbelievable. It is what it is. I just hope that we don't talk about this anymore. I hope that whatever it is what it is. I hope that we don't start talking about whatever. I don't know how much he would need or how much he has now that will make him a billionaire. But whatever it is, it would have been nice for him to have come out to say thank you to the people and also to Yeye Kudi, who helped him raise that money, and Jay Blinks on their platform. That's
Excuse me, ma. Can I ask a question, ma?
Who is talking, please?
Apostle.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. With what you just said now, you said you people don't have the account number of the lady before. Then you called her to send the account number, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why you not in the possession to call the lady to know how much was in the account?
I don't understand your question.
Yeah, you said, why didn't you call the lady to know the number? That's why I said Apostle does not know anything about
Excuse me, Bossman, wait, relax now. I said, why, since you have access of calling the lady, wait now.
Bossman, let me even hear what yeah.
Yeah, that is why he's having issue.
Oh God.
You, Apostle, you have no knowledge about
it. Okay, wait now.
That's
wait
why he wants to have the knowledge, Bossman. Let me hear him. He's asking me.
Because he has been saying a lot of negative things. You have no knowledge about this issue, and you're asking questions now. So when you don't have knowledge, why
can you just let us not do banter? Let's do this intellectually, please.
You asked if I did not call the lady, or what are you saying?
Yeah, I said, why don't you call the lady herself to know how much was in her account, since you have access of talking to her?
I did. Right? I did. You didn't hear what I just said? I said I called her. I did.
After we raised the money, you did? Called her?
Of course. After we raised the money, right? After we were raising the money when I called her.
No, after we raised the money. Did you call her?
Afterwards, no.
But I did. And she never picked up my call till date. She's not picking any one of our calls. Moses did. She never pick our calls. Only for us to find out that the money that we pay into the mama account is spending that was sending us screenshots in prison. How did the money get into spending's account?
I hope I've answered your question, Apostle.
Yeah. How did the money get into spending's account?
Hello, Apostle.
Mr. Bossman. Good evening, everybody.
Hello, Aniki. How are you?
I'm doing good, and you too.
Very well, thank you.
Nice to be here and nice to see you guys. My first time on your platform. I used to come anyway, but my first time of coming up.
Oh, that's good, Aniki. Thank you so much.
It's a good thing.
No, sorry, like my question wasn't answered.
Mr. Apostle, let me allow Aniki to talk.
Please.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that we are all fighting for justice. But one thing I want us to know, that there is no how we are going to be like this, that we are not going to see each other, we are not going to see us offending each other one way or the other. And I thought that about this money issue, we have spoken about it and we have forgotten about it. Mr. Bossman, I know this caused us some, how will I call it, a stain, let me say, it caused some stain onto you, the way the old things were, the way the old things happened the other time that we were dragging each other, even with Westo and some other guys, What I just want us to know is, I am begging you, please, in the name of God. I am begging everybody, no matter how stained the thing might have cost you, I know, everybody know that we are fighting for justice. Only the other side people that might be thinking, even they might be looking for just small excuse that they are going to turn into another thing. I don't know whoever that might have, maybe they collect money, they don't pay me money, I'm doing it from the bottom of my heart because of my children. Because I believe this justice, when you fight it in good cause, with your plain heart,
absolutely.
What you don't expect. Maybe some people doesn't know that it's a cause. And this cause is like evangelism. The way we do it, we are going to get back in multiple votes that we don't even expect from God.
Amen.
If we do it willingly, that we are not adding anything to it, we don't collect nothing from anybody. But I want to say that even if people they are collecting it with their ignorance, they don't know that it's still going to bounce back on them. It's going to be something that they don't expect. God forbid, in a negative way. So I want to beg in the name of God. We have gone so far now with the way we are now in this course that we have, Brekete is helping us. Everybody can now sleep well, just like, more than before. That for the past 3 months that people have been online, you will see that everybody has been online for 10 hours, 20 hours. We cannot rest. But I think since Brekete took over now, everybody, we have been having little peace of mind that we can sleep. Because we have gone far, because we have the assurance that this justice we are going to get is. Please, don't let us go back again. We have people that they don't sleep. They have been paid. There is nobody that can tell me that one. I have their evidence. I used to tell them, I have the evidence. How Osha is collecting money, I have it. I have the evidence about his collecting money. Those ones, they are being paid for it. They might not sleep. But we don't collect a dime. Let our peace of mind, let it continue to speak for us. And don't let us drag ourselves back. That these people, they will now use it as their own topic tomorrow. Please. I know it pains you. I know you are trying to clear your name, Mr. Bossman. But please, the more we are trying to say 1 or 2 things here now, you will see that it will end up in dragging us. We will now go deep into it. We start digging deep into it again. Please, don't let us dig deep into this thing again. Forget about it. Only Kefi shows on Kefi Para.
Bossman,
please, I am begging you people, please. Let's just forget about it. Before you know it, some people are even among us that we say that we are fighting for justice. They don't want this justice. They want us to be having from one fight to another. Fight today, fight tomorrow.
Yes.
Because it's a form of distraction. Please. As for the spending of a guy, I don't know him too. We don't know. Truly, he's supposed to have come out. But nobody know. I don't know his whereabouts. We don't know what is going on. We don't know who is, maybe he's still keeping himself too. We don't know. But let's just put it in one side that we know we did this help because we thought that we know that we are going to get justice through them. It's the justice we want. If they do it well, if they think that they want to come back to come and say thank you, fine. And if they don't want, it's the justice we will want. Thank you so much.
Mr.
Bossman, I'm begging you, please.
It is well. It's just like you said, let's let it go. We have to let it go so that we can move. Let me finish. Sorry, dear Anthony. We have to let it go so that we can move. It's very easy to say, but it's okay. We'll have to let it go because I know what Bossman went through. And Bossman has nothing to prove. I'm here to prove it for him. He has nothing to say. I'm just here to prove it. It was very, very, very bad. Very bad. It's as if, we can. Something that someone said here, said TikTok is very toxic. It can be, you understand? And I've learned a lot of things. You think that everybody is on the same page as you, and we're all looking for that justice for Mohbad. But we have our own characters, our own personalities that sometimes is not something you want to talk about here. And the most painful thing is when somebody slap your face and you're crying that your face is swollen and you've lost a tooth, and everybody's saying, leave it, let's just go, it's very, very painful. But like I said, we just have to move on. Lessons learned, the truth will always surface, and it has, you know. So Bossman, on that note, I beg of you, don't talk about it. Let's just move on, okay? Please.
So, Corona inquest. We're waiting for the Corona inquest. They set up the Corona inquest. They closed the Corona inquest. The Corona inquest file brought to them, that he requested for has been closed. We, the Baba Mohbad's, the Baba Mohbad's people, the legal team of Baba Mohbad, they've requested another motion that they should reopen another Corona inquest so that the other people can come. Maybe we can start over again, because by the time these people come to speak their own truth, to speak their own side of the story, maybe there's going to be a reason for them to bring in all those people that have already said their own testimony. Yeah, maybe the Corona inquest is going to start over again. Even if the DNA and the toxicology is out today, we must hear from these people. We want to hear about the story. The reason why Corona inquest was set up is for us to get the fact findings, what actually happened that can lead us to the pie of Mohbad. All right. They claim that we've been hearing different narratives that he was stabbed by a magic knife from the show. That's a very big lie. But they stabbed him from the show. All right. These are the fact findings that the police did not want us to know. It might be far away. We have people down the ground. There are a lot of detectives. The police made us to be a detective. Yes. They made every one of us to be a blogger. I don't blog. I'm not a blogger. But what led me to all these things? It was justice for Mohbad. I don't know Mohbad from nowhere. I don't know about Mohbad from nowhere. Until when I saw people dragging him and saying that he pied the boy. The moment he said that he made the boy alive, they've already embalmed that boy. And we started digging into all these things. And that's why we are where we are today. So now, it's not led for the person that is claiming that that's supposed to be that's supposed to be championing the cause of justice for Mohbad, now turn around being on the defensive side. The lawyer that's supposed to be on the side of the masses for us to get justice, or to give us light into what by Mohbad, happens to be on the wrong side now against the masses. Can you imagine? Can you see the work of life? And they set up this Corona inquest. There's no moving forward without the Corona inquest. We want that Corona inquest. The same paper that they set up for Baba, is that going to be some paper that that trap they set for Baba Mohbad? Let me speak in English. That they set for Baba Mohbad. Is that same paper? Is that same trap they are going to fall upon? Now the story has changed. Why are you guys running away? Why are you shying away from Corona inquest? Let them bring down the Corona inquest, and then we are going to talk. Fact is there. Then we all know, even if it's not because of Corona inquest, we will never know that there's a lot of discrepancy in the story of the police. The Corona inquest brought this truth out. And that's the truth that we are standing on right now. The story of Wunmi is totally different from the story of Adura. The story of Adura is totally different from DJ Pami. DJ Pami's story is different from the story of Wunmi. And the story of Wunmi is totally different from the story of the police themselves. So the government of Lagos State actually knew that this is going to be a mess, because the governor and the police is in Lagos State and it's going to affect its government. So they decided to close the Corona inquest because they don't want us to know the truth. But we want the truth.
Bossman. Can you hear me, Bossman?
Loud and clear, sir.
I know a lot of people were not present when I had to give my own submission. I think I've been able to establish one or two facts regarding what happened to Mohbad, or what I saw spiritually, and that tallies with the little truth that they've been able to tell us regarding justice for Mohbad and what happened to him. Mr. Bayo is no more here, Sakuma, and I think, okay, those two people were present when So I think I can go now. When there is something new, I will come back. Let us expect a lot of mixed reaction. In all of them that know what happened to Mohbad, they will talk. Mohbad will get into them and they will talk. And for those of you that turned yourself to fracas that are attacking me, my advice is for you again. There is still time for you to repent. There is still time for you to repent. Adabi, Timbani, any the agenda or have compromised in any way in this case. As long as I'm looking for justice for the son of Joseph, the carpenter, our quest, we might call it justice for Mohbad, but there's justice for Mohbad business. There is a lot of franchise in it, but the justice for Mohbad, I will make sure that yes, only the truth is what I will say. Ryan Whisper, thank you. Bossman, thank you. Thank you, everybody that opposed the truth. Good morning.
Yeah, Sele, you know that there's a lot of narratives outside now. Okay, we don't know which one is which. My narrative might be wrong. Some other narratives might actually be right. But I think we should allow these people spending and all that to come and say their own. If for me, I've actually said their own testimony. Let people say their own. Let us hear what they have to say. Okay, let's hear so we can analyze and we can think about whatever they're going to say. I'm just saying that the nurse said some things which I want to use our own mouth to say. And the corona, let's see what she's going to say. And I believe when they say something, maybe there are going to be one or two informations that's going to shed more light into all those things. When I said to home, let these people, or real imagine now, let these people their own side of the story too.
Bossman, I think moving forward, if we can make sure that a new corona inquest is being requested by Brekete, then we can know, yes, we are driving at a justice that is not partial. Because the one that we have, the inquest we have before, is in the interest of exonerating Wunmi.
They've closed it to one. It's Baba's lawyer. Do you know Baba's lawyer is working in conjunction with Bereketa? But the thing is that they've closed down. I guess Baba's legal team have actually filed for another motion to the court that they should open the coroner inquest.
All right. I think that is good. So we need to press for it. And DNA.
Yeah, they should open back the inquest. It's not the final inquest we are talking about.
Okay.
Close that one up. They've submitted a motion which they came up with a press conference on Vanguard and what other newspaper? Is it Punch newspaper? By the legal team of Baba Mohbad. They filed it. It's only now meant for them to give us the date and time. They haven't given us a date yet, but they received the motion. We submitted the motion. They need to just accept it and give us a date. We just want the date. So they said that since the autopsy and the toxicology is not yet out, okay, let's use that. While we wait for that result to come out, let's just use it to do coroner inquest.
Okay. And the DNA side.
I know
DNA to me.
Because he said that nobody should talk about the DNA, is about family issue.
I am still giving him till on the
right. He gave us
yes. But even at this time, I am not trusting all those 2 weeks. It looks. This is not a family matter anymore.
But Mr. Saleh,
this is not a family
matter. You are going to hear something new. It's going to pop up on the social media. Okay. So you are going to hear something good from the Mohbad side. Regarding to that DNA thing. All right.
Please, DNA is a must.
And that 2 weeks is not going to exceed that 2 weeks. DNA
is a must. DNA is establishing everything.
Actually, it's into this matter.
Yes.
Okay, so the electric story, I don't know how that came about, the whole story, but now, do you know why I'm
From the petition, Bossman, is from the petition. Kò sọ́kùnrin kankan tó máa na ọkùnrin ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀ tí ò bá kí ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ obìnrin. Kí ló dé wà láàrin ọkùnrin àtobìnrin? Ẹ̀mí dẹ̀ do DNA now.
Do you know that I'm actually having a notion that Wunmi has done the DNA herself?
Let's see this question, Mr. Bossman. Now she's demanding or anybody that can answer me anyway, it's a general question. Now that Wunmi is demanding for the court order, and I'm very sure she's going to get it soon. Now my question is, after getting this court order, do you think Wunmi is going to do it?
That is what they are holding on to. That's what they're holding on to. And that is what the team Wunmi are already using to drag the team of Baba Mohbad, that Baba should sign the court order. So if Baba Mohbad later sign the court order or answer them, they want to provide Wunmi to go and do the needful. And that's just what it is.
Is she legally married to Mohbad?
No.
That she's using court order to.
They know the reason why they want to go to court, but I guess Baba Mohbad think that they're going to respond to that, and there's going to be moving forward. They're going to respond to that. They know.
I heard they've done it 100%, and I believe before this week runs out, we will hear something positive concerning the results.
I do not know where you heard that from, but yes, you're going to hear something. The result of what? They've not done the DNA. I'm not aware of that, or I don't know where you get that from. I'm not aware of that. Well, maybe you might be right, but I'm not aware of that. But about the court order, about dates, I'm not sure. But you're going to hear something like what Saleh was talking about. You're going to hear something positive coming from the wing of Baba Mohbad's Lego team in regards to that. And that's going to move us forward. Since Wunmi is actually asking for a court order, and if Baba Mohbad responds to that, then we're going to move forward. So if Baba later sign to the court order or whatever that Wunmi asked for, then it's not left for the people on Wunmi camp to make sure that they get Wunmi ready to go and do it. And that's just the way it is. Because if the DNA turns out negative, I guess then there's no need for us to even start looking for anything more. That's going to be a motive or whatever happened to Mohbad. Because the DNA is going to solve 80% of all this mystery we're facing right now. So the DNA is a must.
Yeah, I'm praying for her that she will not have a change of mind because she demanded for court order. So the court order is on the way. She should just do the DNA, JJ. That's what we want. There should be no any further excuse after the court order.
Yeah, there is a rumor that she did DNA secretly because she has Madura with her, she has Mohbad with her and all that. And maybe it come out negative, that's why they're playing all these kind of games. The kind of trap that they're trying to play was they know that they want to fight, they want to take it to the Supreme Court to delay the whole matter and knock the matter of DNA out. And you know that when you knock it out on the Supreme Court, there's nothing you can do again. That's the kind of games and tactics they're playing. They're trying to play with Baba Mohbad. This game is a game of chess. You have to be one step ahead of all these things. Falana knows that why they want to take the matter to court. They know. And we also have to be open-minded and, think critically before you make any move. And that's just the way it is. So, however, whatever the team of legal team of Baba Mohbad decide, Baba Mohbad is going to...
Wow. Since they gave back to me, I have never said this kind of thing before in my life. Which kind thing be this? How did Mohbad even sing himself before? Honestly.
Part of they're not looking for justice. They are more on the defensive side. That's just the truth. Who is fighting for justice? And why am I on the camp of Baba Mohbad? Baba Mohbad is the only one fighting for justice. For me, is just on the defensive side. If she knows that boy belongs to Mohbad, you don't need no court order. You don't need nothing. You need to prove you're supposed to be the one knocking on the door of Baba Mohbad every day and asking Baba Mohbad, let's go. But you're not sure that baby belongs to Mohbad. That's why you're playing all these tactics game. I wouldn't have time for this. Moving forward, Baba Mohbad's legal team is going to respond to the DNA part, and then it's gonna be in the public zone, and then we all know. So that's whenever they respond, it's gonna lead us to what step to take, and that's just the way it is. So now my question is,
we are waiting.
what about if they did do the DNA and the DNA turned out positive? What next?
Like Liam can be a
Then we'll go for the
Mohbad son, custody to the boy as the grandfather. If the DNA turn out positive,
What's gonna happen? If it turns out positive, what's gonna happen?
autopsy and the toxicology.
That we should be holding on to autopsy and toxicology.
yeah.
Okay. So, because people are asking that, so what about what's going to happen? So, what about if the whole thing turned out a positive with the DNA thing? I said, that doesn't mean anything now. Okay, so we just change our mind that, okay.
We are not here because of DNA since day one. We are here to fight for justice.
Because of DNA. But we just believe that this DNA,
because she bringing the
like
DNA thing out
for us. It's like a shortcut. But at least let the corona inquest even start. Before I think, okay, she's asking for the letter. I hope and I believe that the letter is on the way, the court order is on the way. But let the corona inquest start.
At least, about, is it
so
the one
they can talk.
social media? Is that what you're talking about?
You say what?
The court order that you are talking about, is it the one that's circulating all over the social media last week?
No. I said I know that she's going to get the court order soon. So when she gets the court order, let her go for the DNA. And if she says she doesn't want to do it, let the coroner inquest start. Those ones that they need to talk, let them come and talk. I think from there that means we are moving towards the justice. But she demanded for court order. I wouldn't see any reason why she will not go for the DNA. If she's sure of herself, she's 100% sure, she should go. But I'm very sure this lady we are talking about, she's somebody that's like to prove with evidence. We remember when this case newly starts, when we started this case newly, that people were saying, blah, 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 blah. It's because Baba did not like her. She did not have any good relationship with her. That's why Baba is talking bad of her. This lady brought us a picture to show us that me and my father-in-law, we are having good time. That they were going to church together. Both of them were putting on a white garment. She used that one to prove to us that she have good relationship with Baba. Now another one still come. They were still talking about is she married to Mohbad? After all, she's not married to Mohbad. Blah 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 blah. Before you know it again, she sent picture to Gist Lover. They brought it out. Their introduction picture for us to let her know the one that she's sitting down on a Mama Mohbad leg. Abis Baba that she sat on her leg. For us to prove it, for her to prove to us that she's married to Mohbad. Now we've been asking for DNA. Why does she not give us any evidence to prove that this baby that we are talking about since how many months now is for Mohbad? We didn't see evidence on that. And she's always talking, with evidence. She came out to come and talk about Prime Boy. She have evidence to prove that Prime Boy has been, fighting her husband and blah, blah, blah. Bring us the evidence because the boy spoke about CCTV. You didn't bring evidence on that one too. But you always tell us that you have a lot of evidence. If you speak, they are going to stone Baba to death. You have evidence. We didn't see. Come and show us the evidence that you can use to prove that this boy is for Mohbad. You don't want to show us. So which way to go now, Wumi? Can you tell us? Because we know that this DNA, you will do it too. You will do it. You will do it. But it's certain.
Apostle, you have gorgeous queen. Over to you. Do you have anything to say? Hello, Gorgeous Queen, are you there? Gorgeous Queen.
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay,
Generous Queen, are you
Hello,
there?
can you hear me?
Generous Queen, are you
Hello,
there?
can you hear me?
Generous.
Can you hear me, Bossman? Can you hear me, Bossman? Can you hear me, Bossman?
Apostle, you came in with
Can you hear me, Bossman?
Apostle, that's from your side, so I guess you pick up a call. That is it. DNA is a must, so we have to do the DNA, and Baba Mohbad is going to respond to the court order.
Yes, I received the call, that's why. But why is everyone not talking about the driver who drove these people that very day? What about the dude? Because they said it was an Aya card.
Yeah, it was the Aya that yes, it's actually Aya card. But that's why we said they have to already open the coroner inquest. There are going to be a lot of fact findings that we're going to bring out there. You know,
but Bossman, you know, before the coroner quest gets opened, all this information are supposed to be gathered before then.
They already the legal team has already worked on that, and that's why they're asking for the coroner inquest.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
People thinking that I don't know, is he really aware of? We don't even know if he's actually aware of the real story of what really went down in that house. So if it's that he doesn't know or he's not aware of it, he should jaw now. But it seems he still want to defend this girl, and that's just the way it is. So the legal team they have the reason why they're requesting for the reopen of a coroner inquest.
Because I know the police even now be scared because they fail to do their job.
That's exactly what we are talking about. That is the reason. That's why I've been saying it over and over again in this program segment, that the police it's going to be so embarrassing, because by the time they open the coroner inquest, even all the police officers, the guy that gave out the statement, they need to come and back up the statement. They will have to tell the national, because we're even requesting that the coroner inquest must be televised. It was Falana that told them that they must not televise it. They must not allow any journalists in the courtroom. But we're even saying that they must televise it. We don't want any hosts to be going there giving us different narratives and all that. We want to be hearing directly. We want to be let them stream it all over the world. This case of Mohbad is not an international case, so stream it directly. We don't want a situation where this one will come out with his own narrative, another one will be saying there's something different. Oh my God, everything will turn to fracas. We want to hear directly from the source.
But this Wumi of a girl, she's so heartless, man. Like,
Wumi is the one heartless. He's not the brain behind all this thing. There are a set of people that are actually behind Wumi that is playing all these games. She is just the face. Wumi is not the game player. She is just the face.
Why do you say she's not the game player?
She's not the one playing the games. There are people working with her that are actually telling her what to do. Don't you know that the person that told she was ready to do DNA at one point, there was some certain set of people, some in the industry, whatever, that told her that Baba Mohbad have to be the one to go and do DNA first to show that he's the father of Mohbad. And then, even though if they want to do DNA, they must do DNA, they must go to America. It was whatever they told her that she's saying.
So definitely she doesn't even have a love for her late husband then.
Yeah, she thought that, see, they're leading her to death, or they're leading her astray. That's it. She thought they are there to protect her and all that, or to side her, but they're leading her astray. That's exactly what they're there to protect her and all that. So Wumi is not that. Wumi that you are saying that Wumi is intelligent. Have you forgotten that Wumi went to coroner inquest and she was being drilled, and she messed up at the coroner inquest? She messed up at the coroner inquest now. It was due to her messed up that their lawyer refused to allow Adura to talk. Because if Adura actually spoke, they interviewed Adura that very day. I show you my tune now. So they made Adura to lie that he was not in a good frame of mind, and they took him home so that they could go and coach him more. That's exactly what happened. So Wunmi was not the one playing the game. There are some set of people behind her coaching her on what to say. You heard, now that he's already talking right now, you can hear, does this talk like a wise person? No. You see how defensive she has in the voice note that she dropped that we heard that was circulating all over the social media. So that's just the way it is. Coroner inquest is going to show us the way forward. And then we move. And that's just the way it is. She is not brave at all. There are a set of people behind her, making her to do whatever she was doing. And that's just the way it is. So, Omoba, gorgeous queen, do you guys have anything to say? And we have a queen treasure. Anything to say, Ma?
Yeah. I even don't know what to say.
No, I have anything to say. Thank you for having me tonight. I really appreciate. Thank you. I'm about to go to bed. Thank you so much. I appreciate.
Justice is what we are looking for, and that's justice is what we are going to get. And
that is. Mm-hmm.
We need justice.
And since we know that we are dealing with the government, we have to be tactical. We have to be.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Well, one thing that makes me come
sleep at all. Be good.
In fact, ever since this Mohbad issue, I find it difficult to sleep. The only time I sleep is like when it's around 5. I don't know why.
Please sleep. Or even me too. I woke up since.
Even I was sick for like about 3 weeks now. I still couldn't sleep.
I have not closed my eyes.
Despite on drugs.
This is to 12 again. This is to 12. I woke up to.
One thing that normally trigger me is that you call yourself a wife, a reasonable woman. On no circumstances. Your husband is working. Every money that comes to him for his work is going into your account. Why will you not tell him to go and get his own account? To have his own account personally, why should it be that you are the one taking the money, or your parents or your mom is the one taking the money? That means you meant no good for that man. I don't see him.
Hello, are you there?
That means you are yeah. That means you are indirectly rendering him useless. Because the thing, whenever I just think of it, I just look at it that Mohbad is working. The money is going into his mother's account or sister's account. It doesn't make sense at all. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's just like I said, they be pre-planning everything, pre-planning from the. Oh, it's so sad. That girl is wicked.
See, they try to turn everything on Baba Mohbad. They've been having, before the pie of Mohbad, these people having dispute in the family. And what led to dispute was because of they were purchasing properties in the name of Mama.
Imagine, it's so wicked.
So they try
on one death, he has given like about 10 to 15 narratives just on one person's death. Not as if there is 5 people that died, just on one body, giving different narratives every time. What is it? In fact, that girl, she's a pathetic liar and a great swindler. Exactly. Just like swindling the boy, swindling for God's sake.
Hello, Rain.
And then you are saying you have been with him for 10 years. Somebody you knew each other fine when you were young, when they were younger. It's not as if they were going out then. Then after he met you back in the Naira Marley States, you are now counting those years back to the year he met you at Naira Marley that you stayed with him, you suffered with him for 10 years. If you have suffered with him for 10 years, when he was with father, then what was his father doing? You are saying you have suffered with him for 10 years. Exactly. For how many years have you people been going out?
One thing I want
just so crazy.
Yeah,
Giving stupid excuses.
One thing I want us to go home with is that we need to start to the fact that the government need to provide the picture of the body of Mohbad after they exhumed the body before they started cutting some his body part, taking something from his body. We want to see the head to toe, and from the backside as well. We want to see everything. So, and if
I believe is whatever they want to use for the DNA should be taken from Mohbad, so there won't be any excuses for anybody.
Yeah, they can take it from Mohbad as well. Yeah.
Yes, that's what they should do. That's the best thing to do. Yes. Let them take the sample from Mohbad.
So you do not need to even be Baba. You don't need.
They don't even need Baba. They don't need Baba in it at all. They should use Mohbad himself.
Baba Mohbad want to touch your body. Baba Mohbad.
Once they use Mohbad and the blood does not correct, it becomes negative.
Yeah, that's just the way it is. Baba does not.
Yes, that's the best way.
Yes. About team, we just.
Why would she be asking Baba to go and do DNA? Is Baba at the center of the matter? Baba is not at the center of the matter. Liam is there and Mohbad is there. So why are they asking for Baba specimen?
So that was not what we're talking. These are the people around that are talking, and that's just what I keep saying something. I keep telling that I challenged Wumi, the mother of Wumi and the Wumi sister. And I challenged that since you claim that Baba Mohbad has been lying on you guys and all that. And I said, okay, to show the truth, this matter is not in the public domain. Can you guys, to prove that you guys are right, you're saying the truth, print out your bank statement from 2019 to date. Print it out. If you can do that, stop talking about all this property thing. Because Baba said his own son to tell him that your son, that your daughter always transfer money to you guys whenever he sleeps and all that. So if you claim that the Baba is lying or whatever, then go and print out your bank statement from 2019 till date.
At least they said Naira Marley complained. So for Naira Marley to have complained and told Baba that, how come is it that he has to be paying into Wumi's family's account for Mohbad? That he doesn't want to pay that money into our account again. I think that was what caused problem between Naira Marley and Wumi there.
Exactly. So, Lorraine Whisper, over to you.
Yes, we've been here for almost 11 hours. I see a lot of people. A lot of people are coming in, and it has been a long day. And justice for Mohbad will not end. Will continue again. We want to laud it as much as we can. And like what we spoke about earlier when we started, we talked about, expanding it, so that the international crowd will see this and continue to know that we're still fighting for justice for Mohbad. We're using all social media platforms, whether it's the TV, the radio stations, and anything that we can use to let people know that, hey, we're not seeing what we needed to see with this, so that at least they know that they know our struggle. They know that prior to this time, the DNA wasn't done, so that they scream too internationally. Let people scream, let them know what is happening, that this is where the case is right now. You understand? And then also, Brekete, I think the people are asking the team, Baba's team, to assist Brekete with any information that they can, because Brekete is just one person, but I think he will welcome some information that the team might have. They shouldn't wait for Brekete to ask them. They should take whatever they have to Brekete.